now let's talk about the electric vehicles.
Apple's nice fancy electric car set to release in 2024.
2024, right? So them being the largest company in the world, they hit a
$2.2 trillion market cap.
Market cap, yeah. They're up 79% this year. And, Reuters did report that they are using lidar sensors. And for those of you who don't know what lidar sensors and why is it such a big deal, it's basically lasers that are shooting out into space, to identify whether or not something is there, like a kid.
It's like sonar.
It's like sonar
or
with
radio
light.
waves. It's just basically pulsating light rays to help determine or create a 3D object of things around wherever the source is coming from. And Apple wants to use lidar technology, but Elon Musk does not like lidar technology. He believes more in camera, and he uses GPS and sonar to in his Tesla cars to actually pick up this information of what's.
Well, he uses cameras and radar. He uses GPS as well.
Yeah, he uses GPS as well.
Well, the car needs to know where it is. That makes sense.
So, and he thinks cameras are better, right? Because he thinks the future of autonomy is being able to recognize the images in front of whatever, the robot or the car has in front of them. And lidar, he claims that is just a lazy way out, or quote unquote, what he says, they are great for demos, but it's basically just cheating and not going to be great for the future. Mainly because lidar is expensive. It's an expensive technology compared to just cameras. But I mean, on the other side, like Uber and Waymo and Cruise argue that lidar is better for creating 3D objects and representations of the things around the car, especially during really intense weather conditions. So, I mean, they're winning that argument there. But Elon Musk says that in the future, cameras are going to be sophisticated enough to be able to overcome these hurdles and overall be cheaper, way cheaper than lidar, and just overall better at obtaining this data because it can just get images of the car, of what's around the car, create stereoscopic images and convert that into 3D models. And Tesla's currently using a machine learning. It's getting trained by taking in a lot of images around all its Tesla cars and creating a super crazy steroid up robot AI that will help train this camera to be like the best they can be few years down the line. So, but this doesn't matter to Apple, apparently. I mean, they're still going to stick with lidar.
Upon the release of saying that they're going to do the Apple car with the Project Titan, with their 5,000 employees, companies like Velodyne, which is a lidar company, shot up over here. As you can see, they just shot up. And another company, what is the Luminar? Let's pull up that chart real quick. They're just shooting up. So let's see, Luminar Technologies.
Basically, any stock right now involved with electric vehicles or hydrogen fuel cells are booming. They've seen over 1,000% returns year to date.
So they released it on the 22nd. So 22nd, it just shot up.
Which company is this? Luminar?
This is Luminar. And then there's Velodyne, right? What is it? How do you pronounce it? Yeah, Velodyne stock.
Sounds like a toothpaste brand.
Yeah.
Sensodyne, that's right. That's why.
On the 22nd here. Right there. Boom. Hit a huge high. And, what is it that they were at? This Velodyne stock rose 23% on Monday and Luminar rose 27%. So they make laser-based sensors for autonomous driving. So companies worth looking at. By the way, we're not financial advisors. We're not recommending any of this. What your risk tolerance is different from ours. This is completely for educational purposes.
We're just focusing on an industry right now that's booming, the electric car industry. And we just think it's really cool, the amount of the return of investments that people could have been making by now, and that's they can still be making because this industry is far from being over in its hyped upness.
Yeah, it's still going. It's still going, even though
I mean,
you have 1,000% returns on like, hydrogen fuel plays and 216% returns. It's just crazy.
it's nuts. And I mean, yeah, you can argue that lidar is expensive, more expensive than cameras, but who's to say we don't develop cheaper lidar technology in the future? I mean, if these companies are booming, now they're getting funding to create cheaper lidar technologies for cars like or car companies that are going to be up and coming like Apple. What interests me though is that Apple's like really stuck on the electric car, but there's a lot of a boom on the hydrogen fuel cell cars.
Yeah,
Also,
like what Hyundai put out.
yeah, Hyundai put out a crazy ad on their hydrogen powered car. It was like it was an Olympic runner in a bubble, just like connected to one of the Hyundai cars, and the exhaust was going into this bubble, and the Olympic runner's running on a treadmill. Pretty bold image there. It was, especially because people can die from like locking themselves in the garage and letting the car exhaust go. So, and they claim that the car, the gas or the oxygen hydrogen mix that comes out of their exhaust is cleaner than most air around us. So that was a pretty bold statement.
Look at that.
And a really cool. Look at that, man. That is crazy.
Running.
That is such a.
And that is a car that is made with gas.
She's literally in a bubble full of this car's gas.
I don't know how they do.
And she's running.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But still, the wonderful achievements. I mean, Hyundai did just purchase. Also we talked about the last episode, Spot, the electric.
They
autonomous
did. Yeah, that's right. We did talk about
from
that.
SoftBank.
They're doing a lot of cool stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm really interested in Hyundai right now. Kudos to them.
But yeah, so back to why Apple chose electric vehicles. That's weird. They're really stuck on that. I wonder if they'll even buy out a company right now that's like Neo or what are some other companies like Workhorse or Nikola or something like that.
Who knows?
Because I mean, they definitely have the funds. I mean, for a $2.2 trillion company, they can buy any car company they want, and that would save them a lot of time. But yeah, be really interested to know what path they take, whether they create the car or just technology for the car. Because they also released some patents over the past 10 years. Some really cool patents. So some of them include like VR technology for like their windshields. This isn't set in stone. They might not be doing this at all. They might just be reserving the patents and for no one else to copy them. But they want to like create some like VR on the windshield to like analyze like the external world around the car and provide metrics like signs that are in a different language, like translate that or show weather conditions, like see through like harsh weathers. And also for like motion sickness, they want to like provide some equilibrium for people that get motion sick in a car. They want to like simulate a different environment outside with VR on the windshields.
Oh yeah, and you
windows.
could also like if you don't read the language of the country, it'll like translate a stop sign.
Yeah,
and things like that.
Another cool patents too. They want to create like a life sensor where they can sense like the amount of living things in the car, such as like your dog or you, through like some weird heart palpitation measuring thing. I don't even know. They got a lot of cool tech patents going on.
But do you think it'll look like this though?
No, I don't think it's gonna look like that. Looks like a Amazon package with LED lights around it.
I think it would be. I don't know.
It's an Amazon box.
It would look cool though.
I'm not a fan.
I know the doors won't open, for example, if there's like oncoming traffic. That's another thing.
That's another patent they had.
Yeah, they did patent that.
If there's ongoing traffic or if you are drowning in the car, the doors will stay shut. Which I actually don't know if that's
what.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
That is not a good idea. What if you want to get? You have to get out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Our stream health went up, thankfully. But
nice.
let's give this an end. We're 24 minutes in.